Hello and welcome to the show that holds the record for the lowest rating on Rotten Tomatoes, negative 43%. Ian's Ideas. So, last time we talked about bootleg Batman movies, and I saw Dark Phoenix a couple weeks ago, and I just saw Spider-Man Far From Home, and I liked both of them. You can sue me. But it got me thinking, I wonder if there are other bootleg superhero movies. And what I found may shock you. This is a TV show that ran in Japan from 1978 to 1979. It has very little to do with the actual version of Spider-Man. For one, the main character is not Peter Parker. His name is Takuya. He doesn't get his powers from a radioactive spider. He gets them from some wizard in a cave. Please, Mr. Wizard, can you just give me some superpowers?
Well, someone who sacrifices his firstborn to me says what?
What?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you owe me your firstborn. Thank you.
He's also not a photographer, he's a motocross racer. Man, this brings me back to my days in extreme sports. What's up, I'm Ian, and I am into extreme sports. Mountain biking, skateboarding, kayaking, yachting. Let's go check it out. So why even call this Spider-Man? Why not just make some cool new character? They just wanted to bank off of a character that was already popular. They probably wrote an entirely different show and said, wow, no one's gonna watch this garbage. Let's just change the main character to Spider-Man. But that's not all. This show is actually considered by many to be the first iteration of the Power Rangers. The monsters grow into giants, and Spider-Man has a large robot named Marveler that he brings in to fight them. Megazord, anybody? Considering this show was created by Toei, the same company that would later create Super Sentai, the original Japanese version of the Power Rangers, it's hard to deny that this is the original inspiration of the Power Rangers. So something that started as a ripoff of a superhero then became one of the most successful superhero franchises in history. That's interesting. Okay, so this isn't technically a bootleg because everything here is legal and the only characters they're stealing are from old stories that don't have copyrights anymore. But it does have a similar cheap homemade feel to it, so I included it. Plus, they're definitely ripping something off. You see, Sinister Squad is a part of the Asylum's Avengers Grimm series, a group of films trying to bank off of the Avengers and the DCEU. But this time, instead of superheroes, it's fairy tale characters.
What kind of name is Rumpelstiltskin anyways? The big bad wolf. Got a temper on him?
I'm Batman. My fighting skills are unmatched, and my status as a billionaire ensures that I have all the new state-of-the-art weapons.
I'm Robin. I'm quick and nimble, and I learned everything I know from the Batman himself.
I'm Spider-Man. I can swing through the air, climb up walls, and have superhuman strength.
And I'd prefer not to say who I am, because I kidnap children, and I don't give them back until their parents guess my name, which is Rumpelstiltskin. Oh crap, not again, I said it again.
No more talking, time for killing.
This movie's made by the Asylum, the company famous for their mockbuster films. And it's pretty painful, but it's fun to watch if you're with a group of friends and can make fun of it. And for that reason, I recommend all the Asylum's movies. So some of these you could argue that they're not actually bootlegs, and I agree, but you can't do that with this one. They shamelessly stole Superman. Not only that, but they ripped off John Williams' theme song. And they even ripped off James Bond music from the 1960s. I guess if you're not worried about the legal ramifications, anything goes. The main actor resembles Norm Macdonald more than Clark Kent, but this movie is awesome.
Kim bu Superman? Sensin evladım. Ne kadar kuvvetli, kudretli ve faziletli olduğunu sana söyleyeceğim.
Every time Superman flies, we get an incredible scene like this. Honestly, there's not much else to say about this one. It follows the most basic of Superman formulas, but I promise you it is entertaining. Here's another international bootleg film. It's called Three Dev Adam or Three Giant Men, and sometimes it's just referred to as the Turkish Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a villain in this one, and he leads a mafia-type gang. The opening scene has him burying a woman in sand and decapitating her with a propeller. There isn't much explanation as to why Spider-Man is suddenly a murderous psychopath, but in this situation, who would you get to take him down? Captain America, of course. And Mexican wrestling legend El Santo? Okay, that's pretty wacky. Also, once they think they've finally caught the evil Spider-Man, this happens. Yeah, it's so funny, guys. You let a murderer get away. We've saved the best for last. The Amazing Bulk. Wait, Bulk? Like Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers? Now that's a bootleg I'd like to see. To be totally transparent here, I found myself incapable of sitting through this entire movie. Rather, I just kind of fast-forwarded and skimmed through it. Let's get this out of the way. This is a direct ripoff of The Incredible Hulk. It's about a doctor working on a serum that will boost the immune system. But instead, it turns him into a huge purple monster that fights crime. What's significant about this movie is that it was shot almost entirely on green screen. Any scenes that weren't shot on green screen were taken from a free stock footage website. In a way, I kind of respect that. I mean, I'm not really cool with him ripping off The Incredible Hulk, but if you want to make a movie, just make it. And he did that with the means he had available. That's cool to me. Well, that's about all I've got for this video. Again, leave a comment if I missed any bootleg gems that you think I need to see. Otherwise, click like, subscribe, and leave a dislike if you want to see a Batman Harry Potter bootleg mashup. We stopped the watchmaker's clock. Your time is up, watchmaker.
You are mistaken, Batman. Time for you to get a watch.
Actually, I don't need a watch. I just look at my phone. We clipped the butterfly's wings.
You can't do this to me. I'm too young. My metamorphosis is not complete.
Tell it to the judge, Butterfly. But this may be the greatest threat we've ever faced.
Just go on without me, Batman.
No, Robin. No man left behind.
Oh my god.